guys, nice to see, and we're on lesson 8 now of numeracy in lockdown. Feels like we've been on this for a while now. Last lesson we looked at division with 2 digits and we looked at a strategy called chunking. In this lesson we're going to do the same strategy. We're going to look what would happen if you end up with remainders. It's really not that difficult. The main difficult part is getting the chunking right. So if you haven't quite got it yet, don't worry, that's fine. There'll be practice in the questions, and we're going to start off the lesson by doing a practice question with that. Now, let's have a look.
John Lewis pays £10,650 out to 50 employees. They all get the same, but how much do they each get? This is a question just like the last lesson. Let's go through the steps and see if you've remembered what we did in lesson 7.
I know that 50 times 1 is 50. So if we take away the 50 from that, I'll have nothing left. So I've got 100, add 100, add 10, add 1, add 2, I've mixed that up, but that's okay. 100, 200, 210, 203. The answer .
The postcode lottery has a jackpot of £10,000. 15 people win, they all get an equal share. How much do they each get? Let's have a look at the steps for this problem.
As you can see, I've started off with my total at the top of my bar. Now I'm going to take away chunks of 15 to see how much each person gets. So I've got 15 times 400. I've used my math skills. Some of you have just done it by hundreds, and that's fine, but I've gone straight to 400. I'm going to take away a chunk of 6,000. 10,000 take away 6,000 is going to leave me with 4,000 left. And I've taken away a chunk of 400, so they're at least getting £400 each. They're probably going to get a bit more. I'm going to come down to the next bar now. I'm going to do 15 times 200, which is going to be 3,000. If I take away 3,000 from here, that leaves me with 1,000. And I've taken away a chunk of 400 and a chunk of 200. Now, I've got 1,000 left, so I can't take away a big chunk like that. I can't even take away a chunk of 100 because that would be 1,500 and that's too much. So I'm going to have to take away a chunk a little bit less than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 15 times 6. Again, if you've done smaller chunks than this, that's fine. 15 times 6, which is 90. If I take away 90 from this, it means I've got £10 left. So what I've done is I've got 400 plus 200 plus 20 plus 40 plus 6. Now, if we get to this point and you're going to do amazing or fantastic, you will see I can't take away a chunk of 15 from 10. It can't be done. It's too small. So your answer would be to add up these numbers with a remainder of what's left here. So your answer would be 400, 200, 600, 666, remainder 10. So we'd all get £666 with £10 left over remaining. Now, what we know about money is we can share this out. And if you're doing brilliant, this is what I would like you to do. You know with money that we can give this out. We can't always do this with division. Sometimes a remainder is just a remainder, but we can give this out. So you can see I've drawn 15 boxes and I'm going to give out this £10. Can I give each one £1? No, I've not got enough. Could I give them all to 50 pence? Yeah, I could. If I'd make this into 50 pences, that gives me 20 50 pences, so I've got enough. That means I'll have 5 times 50 pence left, which is £2.50. I'm going to keep that over here. I'm going to give everybody 50 pence. 50p, 50p, 50. As you can see, I've finished it. I've given everybody 50 pence. If we look at this number now, we're going to see if we can give out the rest of the £2.50. Now, you might say, well, the next coin down is 20 pence. That's fine, that's true. You could give out 20 pences, but 20 pence doesn't fit nicely into this number. So we're going to go into 10 pences. So we've got 2.5, and 10 pences. So there's 5 10 pences and 50p, and there's 10 10 pences and £1, so there's 25 10 pences to give out. Could you give everybody one? Yeah, I could. So my next step is to give out 15 10 pences. I'm going to do that now. Again, we're going to have to come down another coin. We've done 10 pences, we've got 10 left. I'm going to put them down into 5 pences, which means I've doubled that number. I've got 25 pences to give out. I can give everybody one, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to give everybody 5 pence. This leaves us with 25 pence in total left, but 5 pences. What I'm going to do is give everybody 1 pence. Now, what I know about this question is I can never equally get rid of all the money. There's always going to be some amount left because I've only got a 1p coin left, and there's no smaller value than this. So what I'm going to do is give out everybody 1 pence and see what I'm left with. As you can see, if I give out 15 5 pences, that leaves me with 10p left in total. I cannot now share this out. That is just going to be a remainder. There's always going to be a remainder. However, I have managed to get myself a bit closer to the total. So again, they're always going to get the £666. That's not going to change. Now we can see how much pence they're going to get each. They're going to get 50, add 10, which is 60. Add the 5, add the 1, which is 66 pence. 66 pence. Now, I would say if you can get to 2 decimal places, anything smaller than that is a bit insignificant. So they're going to get £666, 66 pence. But this is an important example because it shows that sometimes when you divide, there's always going to be a remainder. And this is the case with this one. So if we can get to 2 decimal places, brilliant people, that's enough. I would say stop at that. However, if you'd stopped after amazing and fantastic and you got £666 for all the winners with £10 left over, that is also correct too.
I hope you understood that lesson. I understand that this is something new, and I also understand that this can also be a bit tricky. So let's just go through the steps to help you. First step, draw the total amount for the bar. You put your total amount at the top, then we try and take away chunks of the number you're dividing by. So if we're dividing by 20, we try and take away as many chunks of 20 as we can. Always start with the biggest chunk possible. If you can't manage that and you need to take away, for example, 100 chunks of 20, 10 at a time, that's absolutely fine. You're going to get there the same as everybody else. It'll just take you a bit longer. At the end, if you've not got any remainders, you've got your answer. If you do have a remainder, you can choose just to put that as what's left over. However, sometimes we can get rid of the remainder. The problem with division is sometimes you will always have just a little amount left. Just as we saw with the last problem, we ended up not having a coin small enough to split the 10 pence we had left into 15 chunks. This is where we would move on to things like fractions, but that is for another day. Have a look at the questions, give them a go. I've only given you a small amount of questions because I know that this takes a lot of working and is something new. Try your very best. If you need help, just ask for it, and we'll see how we get on. Good luck.